Have you ever taken a photo only to look at it later and think, this photo is blurry? Look, you are not alone. I've been there. Many people have been there. In today's video, we're going to try to understand what causes this and also quickly look at how to fix that. Hi, my name is Carbell. I help you take amazing photos, videos, and even edit them with whichever equipment that you own. So if that sounds like you and you're interested, consider subscribing. Let's get into the video. When you get a blurry photo, many things could be the culprits. These are three things that I know usually. Chances are it might be around these three things. Alright, so you can just check them in that order, and then hopefully that should help you fix some of your blurry photos. And the very first one is camera shake. With time, you are going to get more comfortable and more stronger and more stable handling your camera. But I won't lie to you, for most people, they still, get this shake here and there. It's not all and entirely in your control when it comes to the shake. Most camera manufacturers are aware of this, and that is the reason why they introduce in-body stabilization, just to help you with a shake that comes naturally from your hand. You might hear a camera say, I have 5 stops of IBIS, or 5 stops of in-body stabilization, or 4 stops, or even 7 stops. All of that is just to help you so that when you are doing handheld, it helps. Also, when you click on the shutter button, the shutter moves, and sometimes that can cause a little shake in there. But once again, the in-body stabilization is there to help. But the shake from your hands are inevitable, and the one thing you want to do is that you want to use 3 things to solve this problem. The first one is, number 1, to use the fast shutter speed. Now, if you use a fast shutter speed, you won't feel the shakes that come from your hand or even in the movement. By using a shutter speed, say 1/200 minimum, upwards like that, when you might be shaky, or you are not very stable with your hands yet, it could be great. You could step. I think the least you should probably go is like 160th. But aside that, you should think about something faster, and that will help you take something much more sharper. The other thing is to use a tripod. A tripod will help. That is if you are doing, say, landscape photography, or you're trying to capture a scene. And the third and probably the best option aside the shutter speed is to lock in your elbows. Now, I've seen many people try holding a camera, and what they do is they usually tend to hold the camera like this, and they are shooting. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when your elbows are out there like that, even as a basketball player, you realize that this is not stable. You can't hold the camera with your hands like this. Oops. You can't hold the camera with your arms. You can't hold the camera with your arms like this and expect to get not shaky. All right, it's not going to be stable. What I would advise is that you have your left hand, or whatever your weaker arm is, underneath the lens, and for the camera to sit in that arm, and then you lock that elbow onto your body. That way, it provides you a solid base for your camera, and then you can use this one also with your hand tagged in, so that you can get very sharp in. So you end up looking like this. And this gives you a much more stable room when you're taking your images. Instead of flaring your elbows out, lock your elbows into your body, and then so that you can get a much more stable and a much more less blurry image. The second thing that really causes blurry photos sometimes is focus issues. Most people don't usually pay attention to the focus settings and how the camera is focusing. When you're shooting video, you might end up using wide focus area, and then that is great. If you're shooting photos, you realize that by doing wide, the camera might just pick up on anything, and sometimes you might lose focus, and then you might not get the picture that you are looking for. So what I will always advise is that if you are shooting say stills, alright, you can try to use maybe the spot or the center focus, so that you can at least have your subject in the center and you're not losing focus on that particular subject. Or even if you are using say spot, you can use spot and then have your joystick or whatever it is to locate where you want the camera to focus on, and that really helps. Instead of leaving the camera too wide and being at the mercy of the camera, which can just switch focus from anything to another thing depending on who enters the frame or what is in the frame. The third probable cause will probably be ISO problems. People think shooting at high ISOs just introduces noise, but it goes beyond that. When you go to a very high ISO that the camera is not comfortable with, not only will you introduce noise sometimes, but it also means that now those your pixels have become very, 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 very sensitive, and if anything, just any shake of that will be very, very, very much amplified. That is what the high ISO tends to do. So for instance, if you're at a very high ISO and you are taking a photo and you shake a little bit, you see the blur clearly. Alright, so you want to make sure that number one, if your camera has a dual ISO, you are aware of that, so that you try and shoot as much as possible at those ranges. And also you also want to make sure to see what kind of sensor you have, whether it's a crop sensor full frame, how far you can push it, and where the camera gets comfortable in. You have to try this so that you're at least aware of this, so that when you're shooting outdoors or you are out there shooting, you're not really thinking about it. It becomes second nature for you. These 3 things will probably be the courses. I made a video right here where I show you some of the tricks to set up your camera in a way that can help you expose very well and get amazing photos with a Nikon or any camera that you have. Check that video out, and I'll catch you in that one. Okay. Peace.